So yeah, my name is Thomas. I'm one of the two founders of Viqal, our little tech startup that we founded 1 year ago. And today I want to talk with you about how we help our clients in the hospitality industry, so restaurants and hotels, to achieve a better guest experience using our technology. So since we founded last year, we've made some achievements, of course. Most importantly for us, we have successfully developed privacy-friendly technology that is able to automatically and instantly derive sentiments just from vocal features in a room. Now we have built relationships with several hospitality companies, big organizations that are willing to go live with our products as soon as we are commercially ready for that early next year. And as we're speaking right now, we are live at 3 of our pilot partner restaurants, so 3 different venues where we have our sensors. They are there, they're collecting data, and hopefully soon we can help these organizations by improving their business using our technology. Also nice to mention is that we're going abroad to start another pilot in London soon, so that's a nice little milestone for us to add. So let's talk about the hospitality industry. I know this isn't the first industry that you think of when you hear AI and IoT, which is technology that we use, but this industry is changing, partially due to COVID. It had to accelerate in reinventing itself, become more data-driven, become more efficient and automated, and we help them with that partially. But besides that, what I think is the greatest about this industry, I've had a part-time job as a bartender as well, is that it is so customer-focused, so customer-centric. Of course, every business, whatever your product or service is, you're going to have an emphasis on customer experience. And the biggest companies are the best in doing that, of course. But in hospitality, it's everything. It's the key of everything they do. I mean, their entire service, their product is the customer experience. So that's very interesting from our point of view. So why do these clients of ours, these managers in the hospitality industry, why do they want to achieve a high customer experience? There are 3 main reasons. It has a direct impact on the customer spend. If you go to a restaurant, you like your meal, you like the vibe, you like the ambience, you might order some more wines, higher spend per person. Secondly, you're going to come back more often. You're not going to come back to a place where you didn't like the food, for instance. And third, word of mouth. You're going to talk to your friends and family, say, I went to Cafe Italiana and it was great. Perhaps most importantly, you might write a good online review, give 5 stars on Google or TripAdvisor or whatnot. This is crucial nowadays. We all know it. If you go to a new city and on a vacation, you check these reviews before you eat somewhere. So the flip side of this customer experience is negative situations also occur. Probably you've had one, I've had one for sure. You go somewhere, you have your lunch or you have a coffee, and you don't really like it too much. I mean, the table might be dirty, the staff might be unfriendly, whatever. But you don't feel like complaining to the staff. You just think, okay, I'm just going to go home. Never going to come back, that's for sure. And I might even give them a 1-star rating. I've never done that, but some people do. 95% of people actually in a negative situation don't feel like complaining directly to the staff. Now for our clients, restaurant managers, operational managers, this is the nightmare scenario because you want to give perfect guest experience, you want to improve situations, but if you don't know how, if you don't know when they occur, how can you improve them? So this is actually kind of ironic if you ask me. So this industry, as I mentioned, that is so customer-centric, doesn't have accurate data, doesn't have reliable data on guest experience. So very interesting problem if you ask us. Now when I say they have no data on it, that's not entirely true because I mentioned the online reviews before. Of course they exist. You can scrape them nowadays, collect from TripAdvisor and Google and everywhere. You can send out emails to your customers with a survey. Or as we see here in the presentation, you can rent one of those nice smiley terminals. But all of these options, they have 2 limitations. First, it's always after your visit. You go to a restaurant, afterwards you tap a button or you fill in a form or whatever. But if you had a bad experience, it's too late. It can't be improved anymore. Second, it's always going to be a subset of the guests that actually do it. Even if it's so easy as tapping a button, it's never going to be more than 5% tops. So it's a small subset of your guests and not a true reflection of everyone that's been to your restaurant. So we thought, okay, that's interesting. Before we had a solution, we thought that's a very interesting problem. Can it be solved by technology? perhaps, but if it can, then it needs to have two features. First of all, it needs to be continuous. So meaning we can detect situations while they still occur, because then you can solve them. Secondly, we don't want any action needed from the guests. So not even a button. Ideally, they're just enjoying their service or not, and you know about it. So with this assignment, with this problem and an ideal solution, we went into a creative thinking process. We went to other markets, other industries, look at all kinds of technology, went to universities to see what technology is out there, what's being experimented with, and what's currently being used in other sectors. And we found something in call centers, actually, that was applicable to this situation. So what we did over the last year is, as I mentioned before, we developed technology. What you see here are smart sensors. Unfortunately, they don't look like this yet, and they are also not credit card sized yet. I'm not even going to show what they look like nowadays, but they do work. That's the most important thing. And the basis of it is that they are privacy-friendly IoT smart sensors. They automatically detect acoustic features in a room. Coupled with our artificial intelligence, we can, from those features, derive sentiment. Now, this sentiment, we make that accessible to our clients. For instance, you see here one photo where we have one of the sensors that's live right now. In a couple of ways, we make that data accessible to our clients. First of all, email reports. You see here an example of just a quick overview. I'm a hotel manager or a restaurant manager. I have multiple venues. I see the top performers and the bottom performers. So where were my guests most positive, and where were they the least positive? Now, if I want to go into a little bit more detail, if something stands out, for instance, I can do some analysis with my Viqal data. What we see here is 1 month of data collected from 2 venues. We've got venue blue, we've got venue orange. I've highlighted the weekends for you here, just to show you that consistently on weekends we see that blue is outperforming orange when it comes to guest sentiment. Now this is interesting for me if I'm a hotel manager, if I'm an operational manager for multiple restaurants, because what am I going to do? I'm going to have a look at why is blue doing better in weekends, and can we copy that to orange so that all around our business is going to improve. Now, the third way that our customers can use our data is using live alerts. So currently with our pilot partners, we're testing this feature where if there's a sharp drop in sentiment, people are suddenly not happy, food is cold, whatever, sharp drop in sentiment, it's detected by us. We send automated alerts to the staff on the floor, push notifications, emails, doesn't really matter too much. The floor people there are alerted and they can investigate the situation. They can see, is it something related to our service that is causing this drop in sentiment? If it is, you can solve it. Happy people, happy reviews, happy manager. That's the idea. So, all in all, if our customers use our technology, we can help them achieve better online reviews, which are key in this industry, by having happier customers. But we can also help them pinpoint weaknesses. Remember the orange venue in the weekends, for instance, that's just one example out of many ways that you can use this customer sentiment data. And all in all, we provide them with a reliable data source of customer sentiment, which should actually be the most crucial KPI in any hospitality business. For internal benchmarking, for external benchmarking, just knowing how you're actually performing as a manager or as an organization. Some statistics of what we can help our customers achieve are more than 25% less negative online reviews, doubling of customer lifetime, which means a lot less effort put into getting new clients to my restaurants, and up to more than €1,000 per venue per month of increased revenue. So here you see our team with which we make all of this possible for our clients, and I want to especially emphasize Daniel from Moda that you see there, because he has been with us since day one. He is the founding architect of our solution. He actually did his PhD on automated emotion extraction from voice, which is slightly different from what we do, but it is still the basis of what we do nowadays. So we're really happy with the team that we have on board and slowly growing, so it's looking good. And currently we are also looking to start conversations with both hospitality organizations and investors that see the potential in the solution, that want to grow with us, that think, this can really go somewhere. So if you are one of those people, please do reach out to me or Blum. Go to viqal.com for some more information.